Ariel Helwani in Baltimore, Maryland, alongside the returning Anthony "Rumble" Johnson, who makes his return to the UFC this Saturday night at UFC 172 against Phil Davis. And Anthony, I am probably the last one to say this, but welcome back. What's it like? Media day, all this stuff. What's it like being back in the UFC?
It's fun. It's fun. I've been having a blast since I've been back. Once again, I don't hate everybody because I'm making weight, and I can eat, I can drink, so I feel good.
Did you miss all this? Because it's not the same when you're in different organizations. You don't get this kind of attention, media attention, whatnot.
I missed everybody. I was so used to seeing, certain people that, once I was out, it was weird. But everybody else that I worked with was cool too.
Funny picture yesterday, you and Charlie Brenneman. Wow. At this point,
I saw your comment. You said that was wild.
It was wild. I mean, it's unbelievable, right? At this point, is it almost unfair that fight happened?
No, because I made weight and he made weight, so it was going to happen.
You're 205 now. He's 155 on the same card. It's kind of funny.
He got to start eating his Wheaties, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Start taking some protein or something. So, we were just at two different levels, I was just a bigger guy. He's a small guy. I thought he was too small for 170 from the start. Mm-hmm. But, it is what it is.
Yeah, I got to say, when I was looking at the picture, I've never questioned, and I honestly, I think it's kind of annoying that people keep bringing up the weight issues now that you're at 205, and I'm sure you would agree. When I saw the picture, I was like, man, he looks so big. But now that I'm looking at you in person, you don't look the same way that you do in the picture. Have you lost weight since then, or was that just a bad picture?
People are used to seeing me skinny, and the fact that I have some weight on me now, anytime they see me, they think I look fat. So It is what it is. I'm not worried about it, because if I take off my shirt right now, they wouldn't say I was fat.
Right. Do you have to cut any weight to 205?
Yeah, I was 230.
Okay.
Dropped down so far. I'm only 6 pounds over.
What a pleasure it must be, right?
Exactly. Like I said, I don't hate everybody now. I'm actually happy.
What do you make of all this talk from Phil Davis about Jon Jones? Does it bother you? Do you want it to be directed at you? Do you think he's not looking at you?
It's not directed at me, because I probably would be mad then.
Yeah.
But if he wants to give Jon some attention, that's fine with me. He can take a little bit of the heat off of me some, you know what I mean? But even if he did direct anything towards me, it wouldn't bother me. It's just a fight.
Do you think it's a sign that he's maybe not focusing 100%? It's very rare for someone to be talking this much about someone he's not fighting when he has a big fight coming up.
Nah, Phil is smart. He knows what he's doing.
Right.
Yeah, I read straight through him. You know what I mean? Whenever he started doing all of this, I was like, I'm not stupid. I know what you're doing.
What do you think of what he's been doing as of late, like his fights? The Machida fight was controversial. Some don't think he won that fight. And then he fought some guys who, are kind of had a no contest. Have you been impressed with him, especially since the Rashad fight, which was a big opportunity for him?
I really haven't watched him.
Really? You don't watch any tape?
I watched a little bit, but I ain't watch a lot.
Why not?
That's just who I am. I see 2 or 3 things that somebody does, and I know that's their go-to stuff, so I don't like study it like 24/7. That's just not my style.
Do you think he's a well-rounded fighter?
Oh yeah, he's definitely well-rounded. His striking has picked up a lot.
Yeah.
His wrestling is always on point. Of course, his ground game is solid. So, you can't look past him at all.
Do you think it's a foregone conclusion he'll try to take you down early?
At one point, I'm gonna make sure he has no choice but to try and take me down.
What do you mean?
Because I'm pretty sure when I hit him one good time, he's gonna be like, "Oh shit, I better get this to the ground."
You think that you can get in there and actually tag him?
I know I can get in there and tag him, but he's elusive. You know what I mean? He moves. Yeah. He has good movement, so we'll see. I just have to make sure I don't force it.
Light heavyweight division is very interesting now. Obviously, Gustafsson is next for the winner, and then there's Cormier out there. Hendo's trying to get back in there. He's trying to get in there. Where do you put yourself?
I don't put myself anywhere. I'm just here. I'm just glad to be back. Yeah. Wherever everybody wants to put me is fine with me.
Do you think you have fought UFC caliber opponents to get back here?
Well, I think fighting Arlovsky and some of these other guys. I can't say that all of them are UFC material, but they were definitely tough guys. But I just think that my style and as hard as I train and the guys that I have around me in the training room definitely puts me up there with the best.
UFC 142 was your last fight, and it was a low moment for you because of what happened before the fight and then the Vitor loss. Would you say the lowest moment of your career, and you start thinking about that now that you're back, to try not to, this is a new chapter, but you don't want to forget what happened?
Think about it?
When people like me ask about it.
Exactly.
You never think about it.
I never think about it.
You're a different man.
Exactly. So why are we talking about it?
Well, some people haven't even probably seen your fights since then. You know, there are fans who are just UFC fans.
If they're fans of the sport, they've seen my fights or they've heard or read about what I've done. But I mean, once again, I've said it before. I brought this on myself, so these people have the right to know. You know what I mean? But no, I haven't thought about it at all.
Is it safe to say you've matured since then? You're a different person?
Yep. Yeah. I've said that a million times too.
Yeah, but in what way?
A lot of ways. Inside the cage, outside of the cage. I mean, all around my life has changed around a lot.
What's the vibe at the Blackzilians these days? Because I know Tyrone just had, obviously a devastating injury, but the team is somewhat back on track. Do you notice that? Is there more confidence on the team now?
Yeah, I mean, just because, Tyrone got hurt and Rashad got hurt, it didn't put a damper on anything. Everybody just kept working hard. We knew we had to work even harder because two of our main guys were injured. So it just made us better. It just made us into a tighter family.
Are you happy Overeem's gone?
Yeah.
Why'd you pause for a second?
I just didn't really know what to say. I don't care if he's there or not.
But you're happy?
Yeah, I'm happy. Hell, I was happy when he was there. He wasn't in my face,
right? So
I was good.
Have you tried being a maid yet?
No, I ain't got a maid yet.
That's my favorite Anthony John story is when I saw you at 169. I said, "What are you doing here?" And you looked at me like, "I'm watching fights, you idiot."
Well, that was a dumb question.
A day later, you signed a deal with the UFC. You did a little more.
I was there for watching the fights.
But you did talk to them. That's when the ball got rolling, right?
Yeah, but I hadn't signed, so I couldn't say I was there to sign a contract. I was telling you the truth.
Yeah. Fair enough. Good to see you. Welcome back. Looking forward to the fight. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.